Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart, my peeps, my peoples. So let's talk about Black Ink Crew Chicago. Season 4, episode 1 is back in the building. Mary Jane's in the building too as well. So let's talk about Ashley. Ashley, I know she wished she would have kept her job last season, because she had a corporate job and she left her job to be a stay-at-home mom, and Don was supposed to be taking care of the business. But now that he's cheating and she's contemplating getting a divorce for him, what's she gonna do now? He don't make that much money to support her on his income, and plus, you know, Nine Mag is having their issues, and then they're only on the 4th season with this show, so how much money is he actually making? So she probably should, I bet she wished that she kept her job and shown off her Benz in front of the other baby mama like she was all that. No, she's thinking about, like, damn. And then on top of that, how does she think the marriage was gonna go when, you know, when Don almost or did cheat on her with strippers, you know, when they went to Puerto Rico or wherever they went to have their wedding. So we'll see what happens. And Don just, you know, Don can't keep his penis in his pants no matter what. And then you have Don faking like he was a Christian last year. He was getting saved, give his life to God, and all this old Jesus talk, and he's still cheating. And then he's been cheating for a year. Don. So, you know, Don, Ryan are all in like the same boat, and throw Lily in that boat too as well. We didn't see Junior on this episode. Where was Junior? Where was Junior hiding? So let's talk. Ryan, he starts off and he's just letting us know that he's tired of Nine Mag. He's tired of them. He's tired of the betrayal. They're not listening, following directions, you know, and actually choosing Kat's side, you know, especially that setup that was last year when, you know, they went on that tropical trip, and then Kat comes in, and then you know, faces his girlfriend, you know, his baby's mother, and then him getting in a fight with production and everything, that, and then no one really had his back, and then them going to that lake house and, you know, Kat showing up at the lake house too as well. And but, you know, Ryan, he made mistakes too. He should have been honest with Rachel and told her what was going on with him and Kat. He should have let her know everything. And then on top of that, he should have cut it with Kat, because you can't sleep where you shit at, you know what I mean? So it was just like he was being dishonest, and he wanted people to choose his side, and they didn't choose his side. So now he's in his feelings too as well. But, you know, they chose a side. They chose Kat's side, so they have to deal with the consequences of Ryan. Ryan was gonna probably walk away like, you know, you ain't got my back, even though, you know, Kat and Ryan and all of them are family and everything. But they chose a side, so now he's choosing his side. He's just tired of disrespect and no loyalty. But he messed up too as well. They all messed up. They all was shit. They all did some messed up things. And Kat shouldn't have came in there and tried to make them choose who to work with and all that other stuff. And she came in there just throwing it all out there. She put it all out there in the streets. So we'll see if we get a guest appearance from Kat this season. So Ryan is like, I'm done. Last season was a trip. It went down. I don't want no more Nine Mag. I don't want to deal with them. That family shit is over with. All that other stuff that I wanted to connect. I wanted to be doing this. I wanted to be doing that with my friends. You know, starting this foundation for my sister is still important. But I'm gonna have to do this foundation and my tattooing with different people in a different shop. You know, because really he feels like they ain't his family anymore. So we have Charmaine. She's still working at the radio station, and she's doing a good job, and she's also been promoting Four, and actually got him on a big concert tour. And that song that Four put out, I do like it. I didn't know he sings. I was like, oh shit, that's the song I be popping to. I be listening to in my car, but it's on a mixtape or something like that. So anyways, I was just like, go Four. And, you know, Nikki right now are doing good. They're still living together. There's no baby, but we see they're going to have problems going on in the season. Of course they are, because Nikki needs to get help, because she had a tough, rough childhood, and she got abandonment issues. And also, you know, Four needs to mature a lot more and communicate a lot better. But right now they're doing good. And Charmaine is still with her boyfriend, but he's in Africa, and they just be doing video chat. And actually Charmaine is walking the natural. She's doing it for all the black girls, she said. So she's doing her thing. And Van is still, you know, Van is still with his girlfriend Jen. You know, they're still doing their thing, and she ain't got that ring yet because, you know, she wants to get married to Van, but I don't know if it's gonna happen anytime soon. Lily's still doing her thing. But she wasn't totally drunk on this episode. And Nikki and Four are going on 2 years strong, and Nikki's salon is doing very well, is doing really good. And, you know, Four is just happy because he's going to be performing in front of 20 to 30,000 people. And Charmaine and Lily are throwing like this little spicy dinner. Charmaine and Lily ain't got no tops on. And, you know, Van comes through, and Jen, she comes through as well, and they you know, they're talking or whatever, and they're talking about Ryan, like they haven't seen Ryan disappear. Ryan haven't been around. Ryan haven't been showing up to the shop. Ryan hasn't been anywhere around at all. But, you know, Ryan is feeling some type of way because Charmaine did disrespect Ryan. She was like, they planted so many things to help and the demise of Ryan and Rachel's relationship. But Ryan also has, you know, he's like 98%, he's like, you know, 89% at fault to his relationship with Rachel. So they're talking about like, yeah, we don't see Ryan. Ryan ain't around with that, going to the shop, showing up, doing everything. But Ryan just hasn't been at the shop, and they want to know what's going on. Like, they need to put Ryan on a milk carton because he's missing. And so as they're sitting there having a conversation, you know, Lily, she looks at her phone and she sees a sex tape. She sees a video, an Insta story, and it's none other than Don. He's over there with some girl with her hands handcuffed behind her back, giving him head, and he still got on his socks. And they're like, oh no, I can't believe this. So, you know, we got the Donna and Alex situation going on from Black Ink, New York. You know, we got a sex tape on the show, so boom, you got that going on. And they're like, oh my goodness, Ashley's going to be upset. They all looking at it like, yo, how can he, you know, Lily's like, how can, you know, Don be that stupid? Like, what's going on? Like, yeah, how could he be that stupid? Why did he post it? How did that get posted? She had her hands behind her back, so who was posting that? Why would Don do that? That makes no sense unless he wanted Ashley to know. I have no idea, and he has not explained why that was on the internet. Like, I have, So, like, I don't know if that's made up or if that's true. That shit is crazy. And, you know, Charmaine goes to the shop. I think she goes to the shop either with Four, or she goes to the shop with Van, and there's no NYMEX sign on the, you know, on the brick building. Then on top of that, they get inside, and the shop is trash. It's all tore up. It's all messed up. And they're looking around Ryan's office and his space. Everything is gone. Nothing's damaged there. There's gunshot wounds and the shotgun holes in the wall. Lily shows up. Don shows up. Four's there, and they're just looking around. Lily's already there, and Charmaine's putting 2 to 2 together, and she's saying this had to be Ryan because the 9mag sign inside the shop is all painted over. Somebody trashed the shop. And so, you know, Charmaine put it together, and, you know, Van agrees that, okay, yeah, I think it was Ryan too as well. So now they're all having a conversation. They're talking about it. They're like, damn, what's really going on? And so somebody has to talk to Ryan. Somebody has to talk to Ryan to find out what's going on with the situation and what's happening. What is he doing? What's his next move? What is his next step? And Van said it's all because of Kat. The whole situation is because they chose Kat's side and they didn't choose his side. So, you know, I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe they can get Kat in the building. Somebody, well, they need to start tattooing. Hopefully the party that they're throwing is like a rent party or something like that. And so they're just having this, they're talking about this, and they're just like, this is all messed up. This is foul. Yeah, it is foul because it's very immature for Ryan to do some shit like this, especially if he's the boss and he's trying to set an example. He can just, you know, say, hey, listen, the lease is gone. He can talk to them like he don't have to run. He don't gotta hide. He don't gotta disappear. Like, that's his business. You know, they have part owners or whatever, but they don't own the building or whatever. They just pay the rent. So what, he could talk to them like adults. That's the problem, because no one's been acting like adults all last season. So this is what you're gonna get when you can't communicate. And so we get to Ashley. Ashley, she sees the Insta story about her husband, her husband Don, and right now she's standing in a hotel and she's crying and she's like, once a cheater, sometimes always a cheater, but in some cases it's not true. Some people do cheat and they get caught and they never do it again. But in this case, Donna had a baby on her. He cheated on her, cheated on her, and she stays with him. I don't know. It's a difficult relationship because Don is wrong, and he knows how much he's hurting her, and he's hurting his family too as well. But he continues to cheat. And Ashley is a difficult person to be with, a difficult woman. She's very just obnoxious. She yells, she screams. I don't know. She's just way too much. She quit a job. She want all this expensive stuff, knowing that he can't make, he don't have that much money, especially when they was doing that expensive stroller shopping. And I don't think she should have quit her job because that's added more stress onto their already stressful situation. But Don couldn't convince her not to quit her job because she wanted to quit, and that was it. And then she got pregnant, and that was it. And so she's staying in the hotel, and basically she's talking, her friend comes in and she's talking to her friend about the situation with Don cheating and all this other stuff. But what problem I do have with that situation is they had the little boy in the room. You don't talk about your mother. You don't talk about the child's mother or father with the child present, because they remember that, they hear it, and they end up picking up different behaviors and signs, and it affects them. So when you're going to talk about your partner or your child's father or mother, make sure the child is not in the room. Make sure the child can't hear it, because clearly that boy can understand and he knows what's going on. And mommy's crying, mommy's talking about daddy, and we're in a strange place. He's putting two to two together, and that's not the first time that little boy has been around and seen them argue. It's not a good thing. It's not a good look. Even the little boy, remember last season, the little boy was saying that, oh, Charmaine's a whore or a bitch or something, or he wouldn't talk to Charmaine because Ashley told him not to. So Ashley, you need to do a lot more better parenting with the shit that you doing with that kid, with your son, and the mix of what's going on between y'all. He shouldn't be a part of that. So I was just like, whoa, here we go. And so then now after that, so everybody all meets up at the shop and having a conversation. And, Don walks in and was like, hey, Don, did you know what's going on? How do you feel about what's going on? Don was like, I don't got no feelings. I don't got no concerns. Like right now I got my own personal problems. I was like, yes, you do. Don is all serious. He's like, damn, I got to do this for the money. I got to do this for the money. I'm just like, yo. So they're having a conversation, and Charmaine's like, somebody needs to reach out to Ryan and talk to Ryan. And so Van is voted to do that, and Van is having questions about it because he might get upset, he might get violent, he might get this, he might get that. So but he's elected to go talk to Ryan. And it's so crazy when he meets up to go talk to Ryan. It's the same type of setup when he met up to go talk to Jim when they had broke up. And I seen that same setup on Love and Hip Hop Miami. I think it was last season. So anyways, we have that go down, and Ryan was just like, I did it. I messed up the shop. I'm done with Meg. I'm done with y'all. Y'all chose sides, and Van was actually right that, it was about Kat. Ryan feels a certain type of way because now he has to deal with Rachel trying to be in his kid's life, and so she don't take the kids away and disappear too as well. So it's like, now he's going to have his wife on his back because now everybody at the shop is against Ryan, and so now she feels like she got to be against him too as well, and so she don't feel like she's a part of the family. Then him cheating, and then him trying to get back with his wife, then him feeling betrayed by his friend. So he's all messed up, which is all his fault because he should have been honest about his situation of sleeping with Kat. He should have been not honest. But anyways, and he should have had rules and regulations going on in that shop. They all should have sat down and made rules and regulations going on in that shop and what they want to do, how they want the shop to grow and all this other stuff, but they didn't. So it's a collective. It's collectively all of their fault in so many different words. And the way that they the way they ambush, Rachel with the Kat situation, not once but twice. So it was a lot going on. So Ryan said, I'm done with the shop. The rent is due in a week, and that's it. And Van was like, yo, what about rent? What about my kids? You ain't thinking about me. You ain't thinking about that. Like, yo, why? How can you be so selfish? So it's going down. And so, Van, he holds his Van holds his composure, and he's like, all right. He feels like he's really messed up and he's hurt, but he's not he knows that he chose, you know, Kat's side. So now you have to deal with the consequences, whether they were wrong or right. They chose a side, so now there's a consequence. So Van has to go back and tell everybody what's going on. So he tells everybody that, hey, listen, we only got a week to cover this shop. And then Elise is gone. Ryan did it. Ryan messed up the shop. He did what he did. He's kind of like done with Nine Meg. And we got to find a plan, or we all got to find jobs. And they're all nervous because they don't know what they're going to do. But anyways, they do have 4. He does perform. He does a wonderful job. Charmaine's the host of that big concert. I did like Charmaine's outfit. I liked her little fur. I liked her little Ice Capade outfit she had on. And I do like her natural hair, because Charmaine is wearing her natural hair, because last season her hair was a wreck with all them wigs. You can check out all my videos from last season. Charmaine wore the most horrendous wigs last season, but she ain't doing it this season. Her natural hair looks beautiful too as well. And so we got Ashley. She goes to try to get her clothes or whatever from the crib, because now they're running out of clothes. She confronts Don. Don is still acting like he didn't do nothing. Don is like, well, it was only a one-time thing. But we find out that Don has been with this woman that he was on an Insta story with for almost a year. She's been texting and she's been trying to talk to Ashley and all this other stuff. Don was like, it don't mean nothing. You letting this woman break up our family. Like, I want to see my kids. I want to wake up with my kids. I want to go to sleep with my kids. But he wasn't thinking about none of that stuff when he was on Instagram with some woman tied up and he had it on his socks. So he put his family last. That's what he did. Now he has to deal with the consequences. If anything, he should have left Ashley. But he does let Ashley know, listen, don't keep my kids from me. And she said, I won't keep the kids from you because you have been a good father, but you've been a shitty husband in that as well. Well, if they need to step, she tells, you know, Don that it's over. She's done. She's moving on. But I don't believe her. You can tell that she still loves him. You can tell she still wants to be with him. And you can tell that he still likes the misery and all this other stuff, because he can cheat, argue with her, and then get back with her. So we'll see if, you know, Don actually, you know, really tries to get back with Ashley, or is he going to actually move on and you know, find somebody else to be with, because now we see that there's going to be a woman talking about that she's pregnant by Don, and so that means Don's going to have 2 kids outside of, you know, his relationship with Ashley that she had no idea about. So it's going down. So she tells Don that it's done. I don't think it is. It's not going to be done. It's not going to be done at all. And so, anyways, it's really, you got Ryan. He's renting out hotel suites. Suites. He's renting out hotel suites, basically, to, for his upscale clients, so he can still tattoo. He doesn't know exactly what he wants to do yet, where he wants to open up his shop at, but he owns the name Tonight Meg, so that's what he's going to do. And Rachel is right beside him. She's happy that, you know, he's not down with Tonight Meg, because he was sleeping with the people at the shop, and some of the girls was keeping it from her, and you know how they treated her too as well. So she's happy that he's moving on with something new. But in order to move on from your past, sometimes you got, order to move on to the future, sometimes you got to correct your past and face your past. Orion is actually running from his past. He's not telling people how he feels or anything like that. But I don't know if they're all able to sit down and have a conversation, discuss that, what went on last season, and can they do something different? Can they change? Can they correct their behavior? Charmaine definitely could, because look at the job that she has, and Ford could too as well. Ford feels really hurt because he thought him and Ryan had a really good, tight relationship, that Ryan would have his back. And you know, Ryan was even hurt when Junior turned on him too, because Junior was disappointed in Ryan not showing up at the shop and not being at the shop and all this other stuff, because you know, Junior and Ryan became cool. He took Junior on the road with him to tattoo people up. So it is what it is. We'll see what's going to happen next episode. Looks like it's going to be a good season. Looks like it's going to be interesting. I can't wait. Peace. I'm out. One love.